Hi all, welcome back to another SAGA battle report. This time my Anglo-saxons take on the Vikings, and this game was really just an excuse for me to get out all my scenery and bits that I have for the Dark Ages, just to make a good looking table. The battle we're doing is our own scenario, which is Battle for the Church. Basically, whoever is in the church at the end of the game wins, nice and easy. All the other buildings are impassable, we treat them as, so it's all concentrated around the church. So the participants this time, for my Anglo-Saxons, I'm going for a Priest Warlord, 1 unit of 4 warriors to stack as a bodyguard and Saga generation, 2 units of 10 warriors, 2 units of 12 levy with shields, and 1 unit of 12 levy with slings. As you notice, no mounted. Eventually I decided a single unit of Hearthguard with only 4 guys in it is just not enough to be reasonable. The Viking on the other hand had 1 unit of 4 Hearthguard, 2 units of 8 Hearthguard, and 1 unit of 8 warriors. Yeah, the foot idea, sorry, the mounted idea went straight out the window. It was too fragile. It has potential, but I need a big unit. So once I play my 12-point games, I think I'll be out with my large unit of cavalry. So on the Viking left, we've got a unit of 4 Hearthguard. These guys don't have Dane axes because unfortunately the Vikings don't have access to the Dane axe, which is a bit odd because it was them that brought the Dane axe to England. Beside them is a unit of 8 Hearthguard, and then we have his Warlord, another unit of 8 Hearthguard, and in the background there, a unit of 8 warriors. Then on my right, I have a unit of 10 warriors at the back, a unit of 12 levy slingers, a unit of 12 levy shieldmen in the crops there. Behind them I've got a unit of warriors and my priest. You can see my priest just a bit better there, just right on the left hand side there. Good old Osbert, he's trying to protect his church. And then I've got another unit of 12 levy and a unit of 10 warriors behind them. So I've got a lot of infantry this time. I took some shooters. I'm playing on the idea of being able to upgrade my levy to warriors. I can't remember what the ability is, I know it's there. Because that makes even my slingers far superior in close combat to any other levy. Here's just a quick view from the Viking side, looking at the church or bank and slave deposit as the Vikings saw them as. So in the Viking turn, he simply moves up all his guys, running them towards the church. That's just a view from the Saxon lines. And in my first turn, I basically do exactly the same thing and just push forwards. I'm sending the left-hand side just to swing around the far side there, just to take on the warriors there. With the ability to turn them into warriors, I should be able to take on his 8 warriors without too many losses. Here's the Vikings being pushed forwards, spurred onwards by their warlord there. Pushes into the church. He's got a unit of 8 Hearthguard in there and a unit of 4. It's a large building, so it can hold 12 models. Both units are pretty well fatigued to try and get in there. So Osbert, being the merciless priest he is, he charges straight in with the slingers and pushes them forward. I've played the ability this turn to make all my levy effectively warriors. I go in, I lose 3 guys. I played what's the basic one called? The one that gives me the extra 4 defense dice. I played that, so I had 12 attack dice, 4 defense dice. I killed 5, not 6, 6 skulls there, but we then remembered that he had a 4-up save in the building. So I only killed 5 of them, but that's a good chunk of Hearthguard gone there. Out on the far left, again I throw my warriors at his warriors, my levy at his warriors, even though they are classed as warriors for this turn. I gain a fatigue going in, so we're pretty broadly balanced, but I'm up on attacks there and should do alright. And I hit like a beast and managed to score 9 hits out of 12 attacks, which ain't bad at all. So I managed to wipe out 4 of his warriors. In return, I lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I lost 2 guys as well, so it wasn't too bad, but at the end of the day, it's only levy I'm throwing away here. And my priest doesn't mind throwing away a few levy. So at the end of the turn, we're looking at something like this. I'm just trying to push up my guys up to the church. I start my levy swarm just to keep throwing them at the church, and I eventually defeat what's in there. And on the left-hand flank, I'm just pushing the warriors back, hoping for a chance to have a go at the warlord. Fortunately, in the Viking turn, the warlord obliges and charges in with those 4 warriors that he had remaining, and manages to reduce my levy down to 4. and that I do manage to get with my few amount of attacks. Considering they were actually levy, so it's only one attack per two, I did manage to kill 3 of those warriors off, and left him looking like that. So things looking like that. So you can see he's also pushed up his Hearthguard unit just to block anyone off from charging his warlord, and quite a few fatigue around. So this round I played the ability that allows again my levy to be warriors, and I also played the ability which boosted my unit count up by 2. So I've got 8 guys here, so they counted as 10, and they're warriors as long as they've got 10 strong. So I threw them again, once again at the church. Managed to kill 2 more Hearthguard for the loss of 5 levy. And unrepenting as my priest is, he chucks in more levy against them. This time I lose 2 for 3 Hearthguard. And we're looking at something like that. And as you can see, there's a fair bit of fatigue there, because when that last levy unit went in, they did wipe out one of their units. So yeah, just a mass of fatigue on these guys down here. It isn't too much a bother for the Vikings, because they do have a fair bit of abilities that allow the removal of fatigue, especially if you're within M of the Warlord. They shouldn't be too bad. So in the Viking turn, he then moves the remainder. Because I caused so many casualties in the last round, he could fit the unit of 8 Hearthguard, his Warlord, and his single warrior all into the church. So now he's happy defending for a turn or 2. We are limited the game turn to 6 turns, with the chance of there being a 7th on a roll of 4+. So I just push up with all my warriors, getting ready for a good couple of charges in. This is a picture of the horde on its way in. Again, just relentlessly thrown against the walls of the church. I have to say, with the priest, I do miss having that free move, the We Obey order. But then again, I do enjoy having the 2 extra Saga dice he can generate for the cost of fatigue. My opponent spends his turn just laying up some abilities and trying to reduce as much fatigue as he can on his units that are in there. And I go with my unit of levy, and youch, I lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 warrior, 8 levy there. Is it 9? 1, 2, 3. No, 9. I have a unit of 10. So I still played the ability that kept them warriors, I believe. And they went in there, managed to kill off half that large Hearthguard unit, managed to kill 4. But yeah, loss of 9 levy, which isn't too bad, I suppose, on the scale of things. These guys aren't generating me any Saga dice anyway, so he'll just get pushed back and probably left there until the end of the game. So at the end of the turn, we're looking like this. The fatigue at the back of the church there is just spread out over the different units, just so we could easily identify who's got what. As you can see, he's still got a unit of 4 in there. I think it's a unit of 2 or 3 down in the bottom corner here. His Warlord and his Warrior as well. So we're on to turn 5, and I'm finally chucking my real warriors against the wall, so I have 10 warriors going in here. I think he steps forwards with his 4 Hearthguard. And again, with my defensive abilities up, I did quite well here. Killed 2 of his Hearthguard for the loss of only 1 warrior. So things are looking something like this. As you can see, I'm just ready now for my final assault for turn 6. And then my opponent just removes the last of his fatigues he has and puts down some abilities on his battlefield. So this is my final definite turn. There could be a chance for a turn 7, so I've got to get rid of them. Let's go. I charge on with these warriors, lose 4 of them, but I killed the last chap by himself there. So I then throw my other warriors in, and I think I take on his warlord this time, and his warlord kills off 3, but I do manage to duff in his warlord. And I had enough dice left for 1 more assault, so this is just a picture of the last final assault going in. And I think the remaining warrior now knows the game is up, and makes a hasty retreat out the back window there. And finally back to his ship, and off he goes. So that was the end of the game. I managed to grab the church on turn 6 for the cost of all the Viking lives. Good old Osbert managed to retain his church and the gold and other monks that are around too. So a good game, really enjoyed it. It was nice to play on the board first train as well. I played on a slightly bigger board than normal as well, because we're playing on a 4x4, not a 3x4 like we normally do. Yeah, great fun. Hey guys, thanks for your support. My subscriptions have been jumping up nice and steadily now. So I've got a 300 subscriber giveaway. Once I reach 300 subscribers, I am giving away a signed copy of War and Conquest, signed by Rob himself. To find out more, simply look back at my previous vids. I've got one of Celt's Call for the 300 giveaway, and you should be able to find out more there. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, like the video, make a comment. I enjoy chatting to people on the comment section there. And hopefully I'll see you soon. Okay guys, that was.